Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Yo.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Han Show. Today we are going to be just talking about not random stuff, but we're going to be going over, or Egg Dude is going to be going over some CDs he's gotten for his birthday that happened really recently, and then we're also going to be going over um, maybe just a few albums that we've listened to recently, and finally go over the nominees for the Grammys for this year of some of the categories and discuss them. So yeah, I don't know, Egg Dude, you want to
Um,
start?
yeah. So I got a few CDs for my birthday, among other things, but music related. Uh, what's it called? I got a few Black Keys CDs. I got their first album, but I'm kind of interested in because the final track is like it's like over 20 minutes long, but 20 of the 22 minutes is like silence right in the middle.
Mm.
But apparently that might only be on streaming, so I'm kind of interested in checking it out and seeing how true that is. Also, the second album, like Freakness. I love the cover on this one and like the packaging. Really cool. Uh, and this one, which I had actually never seen it in the wild before, so it was really cool to get this. Uh, Tulahoma, the EP of covers that they did a long while ago. Uh, for it's covers of Junior Kimbrough's uh music. I'm pretty sure. But it's also interesting because in here there's like a small piece of paper, like in the little, and instead of a booklet, it's like a piece of paper where it's like Dan Auerbach, the guitarist and singer of the Black Keys, talked about how at 18 he found uh he found his music and how it's like it inspired him, and like that's like kind of like what he based a lot of his style off of. So it was really cool to read that. Again, love the cover art. And I also got Mike Snow's second album, Happy to You. So other three albums is the one that I've heard the least, but it's cool that I got this one because well, A, I haven't been able to find any other CDs like at all anywhere, and B, even though it's the one that I've heard the least, I've listened to it a lot recently to kind of make up for lost time. And yeah, it's really good. Uh, I also uh, I also got a second copy of Home One, or wait, no, not Home One. What am I talking about? Alone One, the home recordings of Ruby's Cuomo. Uh, so yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with that second copy. But yeah, but I think you guys would like Mike Snow a lot. You might have even heard a few of their songs. But yeah, but they're kind of like in between of Mini Mansions and Vampire Weekend.
Hmm.
Even though I heard them before both of those bands, I haven't even heard them like most of my life. Uh, I also got 500 stickers of like assorted rock related stickers. I found a lot of cool ones for like Weezer, Arctic Monkeys, Black Keys, Strokes. But yeah,
Nice. Have you gave any of them a listen so far, or
the CDs. I haven't tried any of the CDs out yet. I got a second CD wallet slash case, so I've been rearranging stuff. Uh, I am a lot closer to completing my Black Keys CD collection now. I'm missing three CDs, and they're all ones that I've seen in the wild, but just haven't had a chance to pick up yet. So I'll probably work on that soon. Um,
nice?
but yeah, what's it called? I haven't used like my little like uh home CD player a lot. Like well, actually not since like early summer, late spring. I've mostly been using my like my little portable one and also just in the car. But yeah, uh, as I told you two a bit, uh, what's it called? I have been feeling a bit burnt out on music. I'm feeling a crash out coming on,
Crash out.
Just
hearing like
having a
four,
9 to 5 music listening experience right now.
Like so online, I'll
hearing
see
like
people. It's like albums I've listened to today, and they'll show like 9 albums. And I was like, bro,
right,
how do you even do that without it being like, without them like kind of blending into each other? I don't know.
I know because like I wonder how like people like. people like Anthony Fantano do it, because like he does like a lot, and of course now he's other people that help him make the videos and their interviews. But like, just yeah, like I think some days I do like 4 albums a day, and even then it's like not all new albums. I think my limit for new albums a day is like three. Uh, but even then it's like two or three. But sometimes I'll listen to old ones, and it's just like I try to like form an opinion on it by like going through it, by going through each album a few times. But now it's like I listened to two albums yesterday, and I was like, do I like this? I can't even tell anymore. So I was like, I just needed like I need to go on a music detox kind of. Just but yeah, I want to try these CDs out soon. Uh, and also mostly focus on like albums that we're doing for the channel soon. So yeah.
Fair. Yep. Nice. That's cool. Um, I guess I got one CD the other day. I don't buy too
Oh
many
yeah.
CDs, but I bought Maginal Disc by Magdalena Bay. The CD's case is really cool. There's like the inside, and then there's the pamphlet has all the songs. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's in here. The CD is in my CD player, but it's some pretty cool art inside. I've been listening to this album a lot. This is the one that I've been kind of replaying recently. I haven't listened to too many albums. There's one other album that I'll talk about that I listened to, uh, but yeah, I haven't really listened to too many albums. I'm gonna start kicking that up again. But we are going to do this. This is gonna be my choice for the album for our album review. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I really enjoyed it. It's amazing, in my opinion. But yeah, so this one, and then another album I listened to recently, which also came out this year, was the new sound by Jordy Grebe, and I this
Oh yeah.
was like on the day where I was off, like it wasn't that like low sleep, but I had like a basketball thing, so I was really tired, and then I listened to this. I listened to Imaginal Disc, and then right after that, I listened to the new sound, and it kind of just all blended into each other, or at least the new sound did. There's one of the songs when listening to it the first time, I think it's Holy Holy. That's like the main single, which I really like. But other than that, they kind of all like kind of felt the same. And I wasn't the biggest fan, but I wouldn't say that's a fair judgment on it. So I'm definitely gonna listen to it again because a lot of people have been saying it's good. After that listen, I didn't think it was that amazing. I thought it sounded good, but nothing that stood out to me. But I'll have to give it a listen on fresher ears. But yeah, I also went to Modest Mouse concert. Oliver, I don't know if you want to talk more about that. Oliver, you're muted.
I could talk more, but yeah, I could talk more about my thing. Yeah,
Okay.
but if there's some stuff you want to say about it, then yeah. But
Oh yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not as big of a fan as shoot. I just got Fortnite sleep mode. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. But I'm not as big of a fan. I still like Modest Mouse, but I haven't listened to. I've only listened to Good News for People of Bad News, but they played that full album at the start, and then I guess Oliver can get into what his thoughts on the album or on the concert was. But I got this cool tour shirt, the Modest Mouse, and then on the back is the different tour dates. But yeah, no, I don't really have anything else too much to talk about. I haven't been listening to that much music. I definitely will start up again, trying to listen to more. But yeah,
I got I got 3 CDs. One of them was a gift from Be a Humorous Wizard, which was Modest Mouse, which Good News for People Love Bad News. Um, but the other two that I got were the Queens of the Stone Age one. I don't think I could show the inside of it. This
We're gonna get banned.
this one, which I'm really happy about, is I was looking for weed, and this was the only weed one they have, which was pure guava. And I guess that goes into what I've been listening to, because I gave that one a listen, and it was really good. Like I'm a big fan of it. Like Push the Little Daisies, insanely good. I've been listening to that one so much. I mean, there's a lot. There's 19 songs on it, but they're all I kind of remember all of them, which is, I think is just a tribute to like Ween being very different. That's like I could kind of like remember how every single little song sounded, and just listening to this album kind of just like it just kind of made me like you laugh a bit because like of like how weird some of the stuff is, but like they still like have some meaningful lyrics. Um, so yeah, there's that. What else? Oh yeah, and then obviously went to the Mouse show too. I've listened to so much Mouse in this past month. I love them so much. The show was pretty good. I wish they played more stuff. They didn't play anything really except for Wild Pack of Family Dogs from their first 3 albums, which is I guess the only thing that I was a little disappointed in. But yeah, I would recommend Mouse. They're so good, absolutely amazing. Then an album that I listened to today, which is because of Mouse, which is Built to Spill, which they kind of came up around the same time, or I think Mouse they were an influence to Mouse a lot, which because I could definitely hear the influence. It's and I thought it was a pretty good album. I wasn't always a big fan of his delivery, or like I feel like he used the same delivery a lot at the same time, but that's just through one listen. But yeah, it was still pretty good. I don't think trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think so.
Sweet. Nice.
I was gonna, I was just gonna say real quickly, um, about what Nate said, about how he got the imaginal disc. Um, I was gonna say that I'm, I'm pretty sure that I watched a pretty cool, quick, uh, unboxing by this small channel known as Nate the Great.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so shout out to Nate the Great.
Oh yes, yeah. Shout out to Nate the Great. I appreciate you watching it. That was well. I don't know what else. Again, I'm kind of drawing a blank right now for some reason.
You know,
But yeah.
Unless Aggie wants to talk about some albums he listened to, but
I've listened to all the albums, and I don't remember a single thing. Um, just yeah, it's been a lot. Well,
yeah.
I guess I can say that I'm almost done with Weezer's discography. I have one album left that I'm saving for December. Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to the last album in December because I feel like that'd be fitting. But yeah, I've even heard Steel, Death to False Metal. Um, and then I guess well, that last album and also Christmas was Weezer EP. I'm saving for around Christmas time, like even closer to Christmas time, like the week of. So I guess there's that. It's been quite the journey. Oh yeah, and also next month I'll also listen to Alone 1 and 2 because uh yeah, they're on streaming.
Nice. Well, cool. I guess without further ado, I guess we could start to go over the Grammy Awards and or not awards, but nominees.
Yeah,
What
not
should I start
nominees.
with? Should I do album of the year, or do you guys have any categories? I mean, I have to scroll through them up here, but
I mean, I guess you can do album of the year first because it's the big one, I guess.
okay. Just wait. Wait, they have record. They have record and then album. What's the difference?
Record's a song.
What?
Record of the year is like a song, I think. Like a singular song. That's a record. That's
But
what a
they have
record
a
is.
section for song.
Hold up, let me see what counts.
Dude,
Wait, hold up, guys.
dude? Who is managing the Grammys? They don't. Oh my gosh, bro.
Bro, I've been looking up into nothing. What was the question? Okay.
Record versus like song of the year.
Because there's album of the year, record of the year, and song of the year.
Oh my gosh, man. Sweet. So yeah, I have record. There's record, new artist, and then let me look through some of this.
Simply put, record of the year deals with a specific recording of a song and recognize the artist, producers, and engineers who contribute to that recording. With some song of the year deals of the composition of a song, and then recognizes the songwriters who wrote the song. So, okay.
All right. Well, thanks for the explanation. I guess I'll go over the album of the year things first. So the first one is I'll do these pretty quickly. Cowboy Carter by Beyonce and Jay Z and whoever else was on that album. New Blue Sun by Andre 3000. I'm kind of surprised that one got a, or not. I don't know. I'm not that surprised, but I haven't listened to it, but it's interesting. And then there's De Jesse Volume 4 by Jacob Collier. Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, produced by Jack Antonoff. The Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift, Jack Antonoff again. Dude, why are they get what the Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Chappelle Roan, Brat by Charlie XCX, Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. So those are all the ones I will say I haven't listened to
Where?
most of these, but
And I was gonna say, where's Guts Spilled? That's an album from this year, right? Guts Spilled, come
I
on.
know, man. Like I don't know, like I feel like it's kind of hard because there's so many albums that like should be like on here above
Wait,
a lot of
is
stuff.
Brad on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad was
Okay.
here.
So I guess I'm trying to pull up the list. Uh,
If you just search up
oh,
Grammy nominations on Google, it'll like you don't have to click anything.
okay. Well, I'm not using Google, so I'm gonna have to click something. Okay. Okay. Record. No, it's record of the year. Yeah. So I think the best ones. I mean, I wouldn't be. I think I would. I guess I would hope that either Brat would win just because of the impact that it had. I feel like it kind of deserves that.
Yeah, especially the list that's here, I think. And also, I haven't listened to it, and I think Dude, you've listened to, or Ignacio, you've listened to it, but The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappelle Roan, and then also I don't think any of us have listened to this, but Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, I've also heard was good.
Yeah. Um, so the Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess. Um, yeah, I feel like so I've watched the Game Awards a few times, which it's kind of like the Grammys for games. Um, obviously. But the something they do often is that they have like two or three games that people really, really want to win Game of the Year, and they're all nominated. But then basically like one or two of those games get like win a bunch of awards for other things. Meanwhile, one game gets fewer awards but also wins Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see one of these probably like Brat like winning a few other categories that it's nominated in, but then taking Album of the Year. Uh, I don't know. I don't know about Short and Sweet. Like something. Yeah, I'm not sure because I feel like Brat made an impact. You know,
Uh
while
huh.
Short and Sweet, while Short and Sweet, like it has a lot of like talking. But it's like it is a talking point, but it's like Brat's had like a lot of like this whole like conversation and uh community around it. Meanwhile, Short and Sweet, it's like, yeah, it's good. It's a uh, it's some good summer stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Meanwhile, it's like Meanwhile, it's like Brat was the summer, and people were like hoping for like it to go into fall, with which this isn't really part of the Grammys, but the Brat and its completely different, but also still Brat, kind of like ties into this how much work has gone into like this like era of Charlie XCX's
yeah, and the
career.
different
So
like the whole branding. It's such genius branding. Um,
yeah, like, honestly, I mean like it's not super original, because like there are other like album covers that are like this, like a solid color with like the title on it. But Brat, I think, in my opinion, does it the best. Like it's probably one of my favorite album covers that I've seen, or like that like come to mind of
yeah,
all time,
just
kind of.
it's so it hasn't even been out a year. I mean, I think I've listened to it. I think it's good. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
if all albums not the ones that are on this list, I wouldn't have it in album of the year, but I think it definitely deserves just the amount of
yeah,
pop culture that it's got, like pop culture implications that it's had so far is honestly kind of crazy, and it's definitely gonna be remembered down the line. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I would probably out of these songs or out of these albums want that one to win. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've like this isn't just me hating on Taylor Swift, but I still I hope that Torture Poets Department doesn't win because I haven't listened to it. But the only thing I've heard about this album, I haven't heard really any songs on the radio of it. But I literally just heard of how bad and the cringy the lines are. So
know.
if they give it to Taylor Swift, then
Dude, some of those lines were just like so
I
stupid.
know.
Like take me back to the
Yeah.
1800s when life was more simpler, when women weren't able to vote and stuff, and there was disease all over the place. So wait, let me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The Chaperone, I
Uh,
listened to that one. I know people really like it, but I see because like I feel like I should listen to more of these top albums. I am probably gonna listen to Hit Me Hard and Soft because I've been wanting to listen to that one.
yeah.
I don't have a
Yeah, me
problem with the
too.
Chaperone one. Because I've heard I kind of just go on like what people think of uh like who deserves it based on how much of an impact I guess it had.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, uh, yeah. With the Chapel Roan album, what's it called? I do see the appeal. I myself wasn't a big fan of it. I did like like love two of the songs off of it, but as for the entire album, I'm not huge on it. But I can definitely see the appeal. Uh, and why people are talking about it so much. I thought it was cool, both the production and also how she used so many singing techniques. Uh, those are some highlights for me. Uh,
yeah,
along along with some of the storytelling, because it's like this album is like kind of like about her journey. But it's just like I feel like on this list, like I feel like the only answer, like just looking at these, like how many is there, like 6 or 7 albums? Like the only one I can kind of see, like making it to album of the year, like I feel like it has to be Brett.
yeah.
I've
Yeah,
heard
I
good things about
agree.
him, Me Hard and Soft too. I heard a few of the songs and they do sound good. But yeah,
I
it's
feel
like
like
I feel
it's
like it
just
has to
too.
be
I
Brett.
feel like it's just too iconic for it not to win. But I don't like the Grammys that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if like they pick like freaking Cowboy Carter or Short and Sweet or something like that. But I don't think they will. I think it'll be Brad, but I don't really care too much. But I would prefer if Brad won. I mean, because it's kind of hard because um I don't know what the Grammy like bases stuff on because it's obviously not like the best albums. Because if it was, then there would probably be some other like maybe not as big like kind of like Only God Was Above Us. Even though it's big,
Yeah.
it's not like as yeah. It's kind of weird because they don't. I don't know.
It's bigger than whatever. I don't. The Did Jesse Volume 4 by Jacob Collier. That's the one I just think it's weird that that's on there. Like, I understand. Like, I know he's popular, but his music isn't popular. Like, he's internet popular, but like none of his songs are like you're not going to hear any of his songs like ever on the radio. I feel
Yeah, so it's
like
kind of weird.
he's only internet popular. Like I don't
Like,
just it's weird
what is the like the which I can't think of the word.
genre.
No, not genre. I don't know. Why I'm drawing a blank right now of the word, but like, what does it take to be on one of these lists? You know,
Yeah,
like I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me. I'm gonna look up that on that album on album of the year real quick. Yeah, it has a
Speaking of,
36 user score.
it just sounds it's I think it's a whole bunch of mix of stuff. He just kind of does whatever, but it doesn't like I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, I hadn't heard of it before until now.
yeah,
Heard of him or the album until now. But speaking of Only God Was Above Us, it's like what's it called? I feel like it's just very uh I guess not disappointing, uh, because it's like you don't need to be in the Grammys to be good. But it's like and it's like obviously it's like they've already made their staple many times before this. But Only God Was Above Us and all the songs from that album, and just Vampire Weekend in general, is very absent from the nominations. It's super
yeah. And
distant there.
I feel like they're popular enough to get that though. Like I get that was
I
one of
mean,
their worst,
yeah,
but I've heard them on the radio a lot. Like even
yeah,
if it was album of the year, but like still like the rock. I guess we can get to the rock category, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, just because I know this album hasn't sold super great for them. Like it's like even like it's like I don't even know this was like coming out until like a week before its release, and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's probably my album of the year. But it's like we'll probably talk about that during like our end of the year podcast.
Oh, so
Um,
do you guys want to do that at the end of the year
the what thing?
for your like album of
yeah,
the year picks?
at the end, at the end of the year, it's like we kind of just have like a rewind. I'm thinking of like well, like albums that we've heard for the channel, and also albums that it's like probably just like come out this year and that we've heard on our own. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
But
I'll try to. I'm gonna try to
you know,
listen to more 2024 albums. Like I think I'm gonna try to listen to the Godspeed New Emperor album, and then also maybe the Smile. I don't know, just a whole bunch of the new ones that came out. I'm also gonna re-listen to Only God Was Above Us, and then
yeah.
probably the whatever the Billie Eilish one and the Chappelle Roan one. Just a whole bunch of the newer albums.
Mhm.
yeah,
But
definitely, yeah.
so I guess out of this
Uh,
list, my pick would be Brat. Uh,
Same, yeah. I still gotta listen to it though, but like just out of
I feel like just like out of respect, just
yeah,
like, I feel like there is no other option
yeah.
personally. And like this kind of list, like both like just like figuratively, yeah. But also one that I'd like to touch up on is isn't there like a best up and coming artist section? Nate?
Yeah,
yeah,
wait, let
Can you
me.
find that?
New artist?
Yeah, new artists because there's something that a few things I want to talk about here. But yeah,
There's
new artists.
Karugabin. I'm probably butchering that. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, Karu. There's Sabrina Carpenter, Shabuzi, the guy who made that one song that's for some reason still on the top 10 charts, even though I barely hear it. Or I hear it, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of just funny. Dochi, Teddy Swims, Chappelle Roan, Benson Boone, and Ray.
So this category is interesting. Like I don't know what kind of like implies the best up and coming. Like um just because both Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter have like been putting out music since before this year.
Yeah,
It's
like
just that
what
they've had no
defines new
albums.
artists? Is it like new, like, like
Like
kind of not improved but popular, like newly popular artists, or is it like younger? I don't know.
because like it's hard too because it's like I mean uh Chapel Roan's album came out like at the like I think last fall, like fall of last year, and then like it got big like this last like spring slash summer. So I think that's what makes it that's what makes the album viable for album of the year. Since like it was like in that time frame, so it makes the cut. But also like she's been like making like a lot of these like songs that are on the album as singles for like years before the album came out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I'm pretty sure. So it's like it's kind of cool to see like that kind of like journey getting the album made. But even then, like she's been around for like a little while. And then Sabrina Carpenter makes less sense because she's had other albums before, Short and Sweet, and there's been hits off of those too.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
Feather. I think that's one of the older ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feather.
Yeah,
Um,
that's kind of weird.
it's like, yeah. I mean, like I guess like I know why Charlie XCX isn't on here because she's been around like even longer than those two, for sure. And also like she's had hits like big mainstream hits, uh, before like Boom Clap, Break the Rules, and like also just has been on. It's like I feel like she was on like almost like every kid movie soundtrack. Like because like that's why I heard a lot of like
Yeah, she really She had a
music
whole
by
bunch of
her.
like popular 2010 songs that are kind of like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say forgotten, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean it's like I feel they still hold up. Like obviously it's like there's nostalgia, but she put like a lot of work in over her career. So
Yeah, I think she definitely deserves the magnitude of success she's getting recently.
so uh my prediction for who will win this, probably Chapel Roan because it's like just of like the internet like kind of like clamor that's been happening this year, and also because I feel like she's kind of like up and coming. Although, did you say that one of the other artists on there was Doichi?
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Doechii.
Yeah, she was the feature on Chromacopia for Balloon.
Dude, dude, I wouldn't be. I would be happy if she won. I wouldn't be mad. I think
I
it's.
didn't,
Yeah, sorry. You can go.
yeah, I didn't realize like, I mean, like obviously I haven't looked into it that much, but it's like I didn't realize how new she was until I thought Turning the Tables reaction to Chromacopia, which shout out by the way. I don't know why we keep shouting out people that are bigger than us, but um, what's it called? Uh, but yeah, but apparently it's like they'd only just begun to they'd only just begun to like hear of her because they've had like uh a few suggestions to listen to her mixtape, and it's like I think that I don't know if that's all she has out because again I haven't looked that much into it, but yeah, it's like her first mixtape. I think they just reacted to it at the time I was recording it. We're recording this podcast, but yeah, so I guess that'd be cool to see too. You know,
Uh-huh.
taking on. I mean, Chromacopia is like one of the biggest albums of the year, but it was just a little too late for this year's Grammys. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, so that'd be cool too.
Um, my pick. I think who's gonna win that? They're probably if they don't give. I really hope they don't. But if they don't give Short and Sweet to Sabrina Carpenter, I think they'll give. They might give it to Sabrina Carpenter just because I don't know. That's my prediction, but I would prefer if like Chappelle Roan won or someone else. Because again, she's like I don't have anything against Sabrina Carpenter, but she's made songs like has popular like you were saying. I feel like she isn't a newer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what do you guys want to go over next? Do you guys want to go over like song or
Sure.
or do you want to go over rock album?
I just think we do
I think
Saw or yeah.
uh I would like to I mean we can do this after because I think it'll be a bit quicker, but I'd like to touch up on best rock song or performance. It's like two different categories, but either one of those.
So we have the rock song. Okay.
I'd say we just do songs and then we go into just so we can get. I don't know
Yeah.
if you'd have to do record, but we could just do because I think decent amount of
Yeah,
stuff on songs are the same one on record. So
All right.
so then okay, so then we look at best song of the year and then best rock songs that performance of the year.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Wait, where is it? I can't wait. There it is. All right, I'm gonna read off the list. Um, Fortnite, Fortnite reference. Taylor Swift, Post Malone, it's always Jack Adenoff. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, and Phineas's brother or her brother, I think. Okay, that was kind of disrespectful.
What else I did? What?
Okay, okay, just okay, okay. Let's get our composure back.
Not Like
Birds
Us
And
by
of
Kendrick. Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter.
Hey,
They should have been added espresso. I prefer espresso over Please, Please, Please,
But
but
doesn't
that's
please 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 have the key change? So does that make it like
I don't remember.
better objectively speak? No.
If you were what's his name Rick Beato, it would make it better. But there's a bar song Tipsy by Shabuzi. Shabuzi is funny because he was in that one Spider like the original Into the Spider Verse song that we played a lot, and it's kind of crazy seeing him like have a really popular song now because he was like a feature on that song.
Uh-huh.
There's Good Luck Babe by Chappelle Roan, Dan Negro, and Justin Trainer. I probably don't have to read all that. There's like the producers and stuff. Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, and Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Yeah. I think so. Not Like Us, I think should win, but I mean,
think it
I kind of also I'm hoping for Die with a Smile to win because just the lock that had on like just it put. I mean that, and also the one with that one K-pop artist put like Bruno Mars at the top of Spotify, which is kind of
He
crazy.
broke records. He broke records.
Yeah.
We need a new Bruno Mars album, bro. Oh my gosh.
So I mean, I kind of think that one would also. I feel like that one or like Not Like Us, but I feel like Not Like Us should win. But yeah,
Yeah, I've
I mean,
every single time I go in the car I hear Not Like Us, so I think I don't know. I don't know what because it's different genres, and I think that's kind of
yeah,
I mean, what's it called? I don't know how to do it because like Malika's really weird because like that was because it's like obviously it's like there was like Brat Summer, there was Espresso, there was Short and Sweet, there was the Rise and Fall of Mila's Princess, but then Not Like Us, like that was Song of the Summer, you know, like that was
yeah,
like it's a giant explosive grand finale to like both the Beef and also Spring, and it carried on. It's like I remember that I got my first summer job, and it's like my coworkers would just like walk in and like blast that before like uh before the people came into work. And it was just like and it's like even like in a place like an hour away from my house is like pizza place. I was eating out on the patio, and it's like a bunch of like and it's like a bunch of like white teenagers were like rapping along, but just like a bunch of blanks in their rap. They were like
they not
and
like
then it's like
us.
and then also like as I'm like screeching, it's probably A minor, like really loud as my family's from the ERP song. It was a small patio. Well, kind of small. I don't know. It wasn't like they made it feel small. They made it feel small.
You're just like eating in silence
But
with their
yeah,
parents, and they're like trying to strike a chord, and it's by A minor. Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
because they had to restart a few times because they were like off thing. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I feel like Not Like Us is gonna win like a lot of things
Yeah, I
that it
think
gets
it's
nominated
nominated
for.
for a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, deservedly so. I'm
Yeah,
kind of sick of hearing it, but I respect the song, and it is a good song. But like I don't know, it's
yeah.
really played a lot. But
I mean,
I guess
all
honestly
these other ones, yeah,
I would like I think I would be fine with all of these winning except Texas Hold'em.
yeah.
Like Texas
I
Hold'em is really annoying, and the lyrics are horrible.
also all these songs all have like three like writers, except obviously Kendrick. It's just Kendrick, so it's like I
I
kind
know.
of feel like he deserves it. I mean, it's just him. He's
Yeah.
him.
I guess the one that
I
I
mean, like
want.
if
Oh,
you like
sorry.
the anthems.
I haven't listened to Birds of a
Yeah,
Feather, but the parts of Birds of a Feather I've heard were pretty good.
yeah. I mean, both Not Like Us and Die With a Smile, like they both came out of nowhere, and they both were like monumental for like pushing Bruno Mars to be like the first Spotify artist with like what's like 150 monthly listeners
Mm-hmm.
or
30.
150 million. 100, okay. And then obviously Not Like Us is Not Like Us, which like that's gonna win like I feel like either everything or almost everything is nominated for.
Uh huh.
Uh, yeah, so
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Dang.
Imagine
Um,
Drake gets invited and then
They can't,
he just has to
dude.
sit there and just watch Kendrick get like win just all the stuff of the songs that was like the beef that he was in.
Kendrick just
That'd
opened
be
his mouth. Someone go hit him a Grammy right now.
I mean, and then on top of that too, like there's rumors that it's like Taylor Swift might be on like Kendrick's new album as a feature. So then people are like oh Drake's having a bad year. Um, but just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Die with a Smile is now at a billion, or not at a billion yet, but it's like 150,000, less than 150,000 streams away from being at a billion, which is kind
I
of
know,
crazy.
it's insane.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And this, the song is like this song's it's gonna keep on being played just because the nature of it, it's just insane. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
Then
I, I was gonna say that next I'd like to look at the best rock performance slash song category. I forgot what it's called. It's something like that. Well, there might be two different ones, but something like that.
Let me check. There's the rock album, and then let me find it. They have fun metal. I don't recognize any of these really. Rock song.
Hmm.
That's the only one I see. I don't see like rock performance.
Okay.
I see rock song, I see rock album, and then best. I see, where is it? I found it before.
I actually don't recognize a lot of these. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't recognize a lot of these.
I
Just
see
the rock
best
song.
rock song. Best, yeah, I see best rock performance. I could read them out if you can't
Yeah,
find
yeah.
it.
Read them out. Read them
So
out.
I guess it's for best rock performance, not song. Uh, Broken Man by Saint Vincent.
Saint
Dark.
Vincent's pretty cool. I remember the one song. It was really nostalgic. I forgot what it was called, but I've never heard of that song. Sorry for interrupting.
Uh-huh. No, it's fine. Dark Matter by Pearl Jam. Gift Horse by Idols. The American Dream is Killing Me by Green Day. Beautiful People Stay High by the Black Keys. Now and Then by the Beatles.
But aren't they
I
all
think
dead? How did they drop?
I was gonna say that. Uh, I don't know if the Beatles would win just because it's like, I mean, I haven't heard the Beatles song, but it's like, I feel like the Grammys just like to stick with like the newest, hippest thing, and the Beatles did kind of like make some waves with like the announcement of their final album and stuff like that. But I don't know, like I could see it maybe happening out of respect, but I mean, I haven't really heard that many of the other ones, so I don't know. But
Of what?
the other nominees, like
Oh, okay.
maybe like I feel like Idols, like the artist name sounds familiar, but again,
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah, that's where it's like Idols like has they have like a month, like I respect it because they only have like 1 million monthly listeners, and that's pretty low for. They also got like I guess not to spoil, but they also got like a Grammy nomination of the year, which is cool. But also that makes me wonder why Vampire Weekend like kind
Yeah,
of
and other
yeah
people. Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of brings me to like, well, two things. One, I don't know if like bands have to like submit a nomination. Like, okay,
yeah
I think this is really good. Can this please get nominated? You know, because it's like because in that I could see maybe, but
Yeah.
because it's like what's it called? It's cool that the Black Keys got nominated. You know, like I'm a big Black Keys fan, but and and it's like I'm someone that really likes the new album. Beautiful People Stay High. It's not like I feel like it's not that good of a nomination for like a song. Like it's like it's cool that it's like they got nominated, you know.
Yeah.
But off that album, there are like a lot of like just better songs in my opinion, like Fever Tree,
artists yeah
This Is Nowhere, like a lot of I don't know.
I agree.
artists must submit this artists must submit their eligible recordings for Grammy for that's weird Grammy consideration during the designated period. The eligible, yeah, from September 16th to 2023 to August 30th, 2024. So they can be done by any. So if they're pretty much if their label did it, then they could be in because that's mostly likely who is going to make that decision.
Mm,
Okay, that makes more sense.
yeah. Um,
Where Vamp Weekends designed to.
I mean, I feel like they also got like a nominee for like a Grammy, like probably back from like their Modern Vampires of the City days. I feel like well
Yeah,
that and also I feel like even like um
I knew they were. Yeah,
the Father of the Bride. I feel like that
yeah,
could
I knew they were signed to the same one that Arctic Monkeys, the Domino Records, for like their first album, but
Yeah.
or XL, not Domino, XL Recordings, whatever that. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, because like for the last two they've been signed to Sony.
yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really know. Um, yeah, for like rock, I mean, I think I did see that No Name I don't know if it's like the whole album or like just like a song off of there or something, but I know that Jack White got like a nominee or two
I think it was on Rock
for that
Album.
one. Okay, yeah. I know that Beautiful People Stay High, I think, got two nominations, and then No Name got at least one nomination for something. But yeah, but that's all I've heard for like new rock this year that got nominated. Obviously, I heard the Vampire Weekend album a lot. Uh, and was surprised it wasn't on the list. But yeah, for ones that I'll, but for which rock song I think what for which rock song that got nominated that I think would win this category, I honestly have no clue because I haven't heard that many.
Yeah, me too.
They could. I feel like I don't know. It's hard. They could obviously give it to the Beatles to like be like, oh yeah, good job
Yeah,
for being the Beatles.
but that's a
Um,
little.
I mean, I don't even know. I've
Even
not
if it
even
says
listened to that song
I don't know.
though,
I
so I
haven't
don't know
heard
how
it. I
good
haven't
it
heard it.
is.
Yeah,
Even though I like the Beatles, but I think I see a big thing in either Green Day or Pearl Jam, because
oh yeah,
those two they're like it kind of has like the same Beatles thing where they kind of like, okay, here's some respect to some of the older people, older like artists, but they also were pretty popular. And I think Dark Matter sounds pretty good, and the Green Day one too. But yeah, they're both
yeah,
pretty good songs. I don't know Gift Horse though, so I don't know what that's gonna sound like. So who knows?
yeah. Yeah. I know that people were pretty happy with Saviors. Think that it was like a nice mini comeback for Green Day.
Yeah,
I've listened
Uh,
to an Dookie and American Idiot, but I have not listened to the new one. I think
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, me neither.
Well, I guess
Um,
sorry.
no, no, you can say what you can say.
No, like I said, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, we can. Or for the rock song, I guess we could do one final, or we could do one more. We could do like go over the rock album things.
Well, I guess quickly
Well,
the best rock song is pretty much the same thing, except they instead of American Dream is Killing Me is then it's switched to Dilemma, which is Green Day, which I'm also fine. I quite like that song
No
too. So
matter what I do, all I think about is you.
okay,
yeah,
well, there are two nominees that I want to talk about. Like not even like the entire section, but like, I remember seeing them and thinking that it's like it was cool and that I want them to win. But if you want, we can talk about the after the rock album nominees.
Sure. I also have another thing I would bring up about that too. Uh, an album that I think should have been on, but I guess. Oh yeah, so the rock album nominees we have "Saviors" by Green Day, "No Name" by Jack White, "Romance" by Fountains DC, Tange K by Idols, "Dark Matter" by Pearl Jam, "Hackney Diamonds" by the Rolling Stones, and then "Happiness Bastards" by the Black Crowes.
Yeah,
I've only listened to. If I'm gonna be honest, I've only listened to No Name on this list. But I've also
me
heard
too.
really good things about the Romance by Fontaine CC. Also, good things about that whole band. So I might. I think I'm gonna give one of their albums a listen soon. But
Yeah. Uh, yeah. With Fontaine's DC, they opened for Arctic Monkeys for the car tour.
oh,
You
that's
know.
cool.
Uh, so that's how I heard about them quite a bit. And I know that Turning the Tables has talked about that band a lot. They love Fontaine's DC. Like, uh, they said, and it's uh, this partly was well, like partly joking, partly true because they did love the entire show. But they said that I think they said that it's like their favorite part of the show was like seeing Fontaine's DC because they just like love them and it's like just like they put on a great show.
Mhm.
And obviously
yeah,
I've heard more good things about them just like in the Arctic Monkeys fan base and stuff and even like outside of that. So I haven't given them like a super fair shot, but I listened to like a few of their more popular songs and even a little bit of some of the tracks from Romance. Uh I'm not super I'm not super I'm not super into how they sound, but again I haven't given them a super fair shot.
Mhm.
But it'd be cool if they won. I feel like that
yeah,
I mean I've it's hard too because I've heard like it's like I've heard that people really like No Name as well, but that one it feels kind of like a small echo chamber, kind of, just because
yeah,
like I have like some people talk about the Black Keys a lot and they bring up No Name, but
yeah.
I don't know.
This the album cover too. I remember seeing this album cover a lot, and I assumed it was like, I assumed Fountain DC. I assumed it was a hip hop album. Something was I don't know something with the album cover. Also, I feel like I've seen an album cover like this. I don't know which one it was. That was a hip hop album. That's probably I think what I was thinking
Is
of.
it a
But I was
Kanye
like,
one? 808s and Heartbreak.
no.
Wait, what does that
But
album
yeah,
look like? Hold up.
it's like a weird holographic
No, it's
heart with a
no look
face
at
on it.
yeah. It's no, it's like a. It's
No, but
this.
it's kind of. I mean,
Shoot, it's kind of similar.
Well, I mean, that's not what
well,
it
I mean,
doesn't
it's a
like look
heart,
the
but it's,
same. It's a heart, but it doesn't look the same. It's like 3D and like,
I know, I know, I know.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like I could see Saviors winning, but then part of me is also like maybe like hoping that they pull like some out of pocket choice and have Romance win. Again, I've heard neither of the albums, but just because it's like Fontaine's DC are kind of like the underdogs right now, but it's like rallying up more and more fans. So
Yeah,
that'd be
huh?
cool.
I also like I can't really give an opinion of like what my favorite one here is. I mean, the only one I've like I said, the only one I listened to was No Name, which I thought No Name was good. I just didn't think there was anything special, like too crazy about it. It's just like good
Yeah.
rock
Yeah,
music.
me too.
Um,
It's just yeah.
just, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's boring, but it wasn't. Nothing was that crazy, you know. But yeah, I think Romance would be cool if that won. And then though I don't know how like the Rolling Stones aren't they like all 90 years old? I don't know how they're still making records. Wait, how old are they?
They have a lot of records, I think. I've heard
Dude, Mick
decent.
Jagger's 80. Dude, retire, bro. No, what? You can do what you want to do, man. Like, that's like mad respect for still making albums that old, but that's actually like really crazy. Oh my god, dude. Wait, who's? Oh, okay, the original bass player. I was like, no way, this guy's still playing bass. Bill Wyman, 86 years old. Yeah, I don't think he's still playing bass, but that's actually really awesome that they're still making records. I haven't heard it. I don't know what the. Here, let me see what. But yeah, so I don't really care too much of who wins this one. It'd be cool if Romance won, but I don't really care.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, again, there's. I mean, I've said, I guess, yeah. Obviously, I mean, I feel like I keep on talking with the Vampire Weekend one, but I don't really have a problem with any of the ones. Like, I don't really know idols at all, so that's like the only one I'm like. But I also kind of respect idols for them not being that popular and still getting that nomination. Like they're an
Mhm.
industry. Nah. Um, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool.
Uh, two more Grammy related things that I want to talk about. Like not even like the entire list of nominees because it's like I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I think I had heard of a few of the other ones, but there was a section for a category for best packaging,
Uh
and
huh.
I loved seeing that Brat was nominated because I mean, like obviously, I feel like Brat's gonna win something. It's like just like even if it's not album of the year, it's gonna win something. But I really, really hope Brat wins best packaging, not because it's like I mean, like it wasn't even like super crazy or innovative, but it's like maybe this like uh since they were like having like kind of like a sale where like if you bought multiple then you get like the next one or two cheaper. I actually got all three Brat CDs. If you saw our skit for the Halloween candy,
Uh huh.
uh, then you would see that. But yeah, but the Brat is completely different, but also still Brat. Like I think that might be like my favorite like CD packaging, which I've been looking into a lot because I've been collecting CDs starting this year. There's a lot of really cool ones. Down might be my favorite that I've seen so far. Which again, that isn't even the one that got nominated. That isn't even the one that got nominated, but just like I still remember, like I was listening to like a few of the remix tracks on streaming, and then the CD came in, and the lyrics still weren't up on YouTube Music, so I had to look at the lyric booklet, but everything is in reverse. So I had to hold the booklet up to a mirror to read the lyrics to Mean Girls featuring Julian Casablancas. So that's gonna be like kind of like a core memory. So just because of that, like I mean, like also like the other two also have cool cool packaging. Both Brat is completely the same, but there's two more songs, so it's not. Since it's like again, it's kind of just like tying into like the kind of classic uh the classic British rave scene with like those posters, which he talked about which he talked about in interviews. So I hope Brat wins that just because of like just like looking at all three of the Brat CD booklets side by side in the packaging. This sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing I want to talk about was for best non-classical producer nominees. I saw Dan Nigro, I think, or
I could check.
Nigro.
Hold up. I
I don't
was
know
on it.
what's it called. Well,
Yeah,
no,
Dan.
no,
Yeah,
I was thinking of
Daniel
the show.
Nigro.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I assume it's in those two ways. But what's it called? But it's cool that he's on there because he produced for both Olivia Rodrigo and Chappell Roan. And what's it called? And it's like obviously it's like Olivia and Chappell like they both do like great on their own with like singing and lyrics, and also like uh some of the stage presence in some like shows. But like but it's like his producing, like obviously it's like what's it called? Like it's nothing like crazy like Only God Was Above Us or like Imaginal Disc, But like what's it called? But it's like I know that he kind of like I think the story is that it's like he reached out to Olivia when she was just touring a few songs that she wrote by herself, like on Instagram, and then he reached out to her, and then when the second album came, he pushed for the more like rock sound, which is a big part of why I like love Guts or like prefer it over Sour because it's like I think Elvia went on to say that uh if it weren't for him like she would be writing like kind of similar like piano ballads kind of.
Yeah.
I think she
So it's
talked
like
about him in the one book, the diary thing.
yeah, yeah, this is a diary. So it's cool that he had that push there, but also uh but then also like there's like a few snippets of it's like Olivia and him talking at like the end of each of the albums, which kind of like fills that bomb up. I think is nice, and also uh, and then also like partly because I think they've been working on that album for like I don't know like 4 or 5 years, but the rise and fall of a Midwest Princess, like just like the production on that album, I think is what like made it very interesting, and like and it's like it made me stick around just because it's like there's some very cool effects used on there that it's like I mean, like I first heard Hot to Go and I definitely wanted to check it out because of like the kind of like blending of retro and modern styles and like how it works and like each of the different parts.
Uh huh.
Um, so again, I think it'd be cool if you won that. Uh, I think I recognized the name of one or two other people that were nominated in that category, but yeah, I thought that was cool to see too.
Nice. I guess the only other thing I would add is that I probably for what was it rap album I would there's no or I would like if they added the new JPEG Mafia album. I kind of understand why they didn't because it's kind of a little bit more rougher and less mainstream than some other ones, but I definitely think uh,
Ooh.
the new JPEG Mafia.
Oh.
Trying to find the rap albums, but yeah, Other than that, be interested to see what wins, what gets the majority of the awards. I'm assuming. Uh,
When is the Grammys again? I forgot.
I don't know.
February, I think, which is crazy. I don't know. I think it was February, right? It was.
Yeah, just get
If
it
it
over with
January
already,
makes
though.
sense, but Grammys happening when? Question mark.
I don't know. It's probably sometime in the winter. I think it's probably in a month or so.
Yeah.
Um, Grammys. Uh, but yeah. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about. Yeah, February 4th. All right, that was last year or this year's technically, but last year's.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming it'll be around then too. But I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I think pretty much it. Uh, I guess we'll talk about the winners of the Grammys uh, in our February podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, thank you
But
guys for
no,
watching. We will we have some more album things coming out soon, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave any questions you would like us to talk about in our next album or not recap, but next podcast we do. That's not our album recaps. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one, guys.
Bye.
goodbye.